Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're taking a first look impressions video for Granblue Fantasy here in 2019. Now, I gotta let you guys know, I've actually never played Granblue Fantasy, like, ever. I just barely picked the game up, decided to try it out and have some fun, and I have to say, I'm honestly like really surprised by this game. Now, the reason why I'm even checking this game out, because the game is like 5 years old. This is an old mobile game. Its anniversary is coming up like next month. The reason why I decided to check this game out is because I have seen this game pop up constantly in recommendations lists for people that want to try out gacha games, as well as games that people have been playing for such a long time that it's kind of ingrained in the culture of gacha gaming. It's kind of like a legendary style of a game. And so I decided I wanted to play the game and see if the game was worth playing in 2019 compared to a lot of these other mobile gacha games. Now, I gotta let you guys know, this game is so massive. There's so much content going on. I'm definitely not gonna be able to cover everything, and I will probably say some things wrong here or there. So feel free to let me know in the comments some corrections if I happen to mention something wrong here or there. But other than that, let's go ahead and actually jump into the game. Now, like I said, I've been really impressed by this game, and I've kind of fallen in love with it. So I've actually added it to my repertoire of games that I play on a daily basis. So if you guys want to see more videos of this game going towards the future, let me know. Now, the first thing I actually want to show you, if I can remember how to get to the spot, is my character right here. I'm a priest level 10, but this is one of the things that actually really impressed me, that kind of sucked me into the game, is the game has a class-based system where your character will go through and you can pick one of there's like a whole bunch of classes, and as you pick these classes, you level them up, you equip them onto your account, your character turns into that class. You can then level that class up, and then once you reach certain levels for that class and other classes, you can eventually end up going through a mastery system where you use specific materials, EMPs, to basically go through and upgrade small little stat things here or there, kind of like a large stat tree, but they're not like really connected. It's more just like a whole bunch of randomized stat things that you can go through and upgrade your character that way. But once you've upgraded certain classes to certain levels, like for example, right now I'm currently going through and trying to upgrade my priest, and the reason why is because I just maxed out my knight. Now I'm going through and trying to max out my priest, because once I got both of those up to level 20, I can then unlock the sentinel class for my character, unlocking a whole new variety of different skills. But it says right there I need level 20 knight and level 20 priest in order to unlock it. So I'm currently working my way right now to unlock this class because it looks super dope. Now, on top of that too, this is a hero collector. Let me just go ahead and head on over to my inventory to show you all the different characters I have right now. I don't have a whole lot, and unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough materials, enough premium currency to do a full summon. I could 10 times summon this video because I actually already did a couple, and I should have waited. But I do have a couple of different fun characters I've already collected through the game. You do get some simply by playing through the quest line, but then other than that, there is the gacha system. Now, the gacha system is interesting as basically you're summoning for weapons, and if you get the correct weapon that's attached to a specific character, you also unlock that character as well. Now, some of the characters I've actually gone ahead and unlocked already on my team is KREW. I just barely got her. You can take a look at her full art right there. She's a gunslinger and does an insane amount of damage. On top of that, I've got another SSR character right here. Her name is Charlotta. Go ahead and take a look at her real quick. She's my tough little tank character I've got in the game. She's been absolutely fantastic. Now you can go through and upgrade your characters by sacrificing weapons, other monsters and things like that in order to, or summons in order to upgrade the level for these characters. You can also go through and uncap the level for a character, basically kind of star ranking them up. Right now I've upgraded her star rank 1 time. But it does require specific materials that you can get through questing, and it requires rupees. Now, I don't have a whole lot of rupees, but I can go and sell some of my weapons in order to upgrade this character to the next rank, increasing her overall level threshold and continuing to level her up. Another thing that I really like too on top of this is you can kind of customize the overall look of your character, such as the outfits, how you want them to pose on the home screen, how you want them to pose in the inventory, how you want them to pose in your character, in your party, how you want them to pose in the battle. You can also pick up different sprite poses for certain characters, how their attack animations play through, chain burst combos, and star ranking up, or select the character image that appears when you post on Twitter. Just a lot of really fun little tiny things here and there that I actually really like. Now there is one thing though that does kind of bug me. Let me go ahead and head on back to my inventory screen right here. Is they have all these summons, these giant like monsters, these boss things that you can summon to overpower the enemy, and they look absolutely amazing. Let me go ahead and show you one of them right here. Luminera Omega, who looks so fantastic, yet I cannot find out a way to look at her full character art. Like, I cannot figure out a way to just kind of hide the interface and show what she looks like, because some of these characters look really fantastic. Let me actually go ahead and show you real quick. We're gonna go to the draw thing, and then we'll jump into combat in just a second. But I do want to show you what I mean by the beautiful art design for these summons. Let's go ahead and click on this one right here. You can look at that Aphrodite. She looks beautiful. The art in this game is incredible. Like, some of the best art I've seen in a game. This game is made by Side Games, which also does Dragalia Lost. So you guys can sympathize or kind of connect with the fact that they do wonderful jobs for their overall character art design. But you can see how beautiful the summons look like, but I cannot figure out a way to show that art later in the game. But yeah, it's interesting. So let's go ahead and actually jump in and show you what some of the gameplay looks like for those of you guys that have never played this game. Now, the first thing I'm going to let you guys know is you may be turned off by this. This is sort of a gameplay design or gameplay mechanism that was used a long time ago, where games like this were essentially browser-based browser-based programs, maybe created through Java or HTML or whatever, that were ported down into mobile. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It kind of brings a lot of nostalgia back for me, because I used to play this one game called like Rage of Bahamut, which was one of these browser-style games ported into a mobile platform like this. You can tell because it's weird. You have to play. It's not like a program made in a game engine. It's a program made through a browser style of mechanism, something like that. If you guys get what I'm trying to say. But I actually do like these games. They're pretty good, but they're old school style, so it might turn you guys off. Another thing I want to talk about, as you can see, I'm kind of going through the story, is it's fully voice acted, and it's really, really good voice acting. And on top of that, like it says, it shows the art and stuff, and the story is actually really good. I'm overall just incredibly impressed by the overall design of this game. For being such an old game, it really stands up even to today. So let's go ahead and just skip through it. There are some gameplay mechanisms that they have in this game that are kind of fillers. Basically this part right here, where I can hit go and my character will just move from left to right, just automatically acquiring things, or I can just skip it. This side-scrolling scene, it doesn't really add much to the gameplay. It's basically kind of like a little filler-in event that happens when you're playing through the game to give you some more bonus items and equipment and things like that. There's not a whole lot to go with it, but it's a more of an old-school style of game design for these type of games. But yeah, let's go ahead and just continue. We're gonna go and actually jump in. We're gonna skip through the story and jump into the actual game. But I have to say, sound design, art style, even some of the animations for like the summons and stuff are incredible in this game. And the music design is beautiful. Now, when you jump into this combat, you can see that there is an elemental system as well. And if I wanted to just go through here and just play the game, I can just go ahead and hit attack, and my characters will just automatically attack the enemies on the left until they're defeated, and then you move on to the next stage. We're gonna take out this fire elemental right here, finish him off, and then the characters will move on to the next area. Now, I do have to say, the little chibi art styles for these characters are really, really good. Like, they definitely hold up to today's standards, so I really like that. Now, on top of just doing basic attacks, you can do heals. There's called a charge attack. Now, I'm at a point where my characters are strong enough that they're kind of wiping out a lot of enemies, but basically you can, once you do enough basic attacks, your charge meter will fill up, and then you can do a charge attack that is a little bit more of a showy style of a skill that's activated. Now, on top of that, there are different abilities that your characters have unlocked right here, where you can go through and activate these abilities right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the shoot 'em up, and she's gonna activate it, doing a serious amount of damage to the enemy and finishing them off. Quest cleared, we go and we move on to the next area. Now, I'm gonna actually jump into another quest spot just to show you guys what it looks like. But you do acquire items and weapons, summons, and things like that simply by playing through the game. Your characters will also level up, as you can see, and your class level will go up along with your rank. You can also set up auto settings where basically, depending on what kind of items that you get, the game will automatically sell them for you, which is kind of nice. Now, if I head back to the quest section, it'll bring me back to where I was before, and it'll ask me, do you want to continue to play the story in this area? Now, most main story areas have 4 sections to complete. Once you've completed all 4 sections, you've finished that like chapter setting right there. Let's go ahead and pick a friend to take with us. And one thing too with the summons in this game, which I'm gonna show you right now how the summoning kind of works, is you have summons that are equipped to your overall team. However, it takes a certain amount of rounds before you're able to summon certain demons or certain monsters or bosses and stuff like that to help you. However, if you take a teammate's, like if you bring a friend with you or a teammate, an AI controlled person to help you throughout this, their summon is automatically able to be used at the very beginning of a fight. So we're gonna jump into here. We're gonna take these guys down just by doing a simple skill. Yep, go ahead and activate that. Boom, do some serious damage, and let's go ahead and finish them off with a basic attack. And we'll get over to the boss area real quick. You can see like I can kind of move this up because like it's in a browser application style. So you can see there's like all this blackness down below because this game was made for older phones, and so phones have like a longer screen. It doesn't like adjust it to it. So you're gonna have some blackness down there. So let's go ahead and move to the next area. And this is gonna be a little bit of a boss fight. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just use one of my summons. This is the one I got from my support. Apim Napat does massive water damage. So Varuna is her name. Let's go ahead and activate that summon. And these are really cool, beautiful summons. So I'm like really impressed by how this game has held up over the years. And we finished them off, defeating them, getting some gold and some materials. Quest cleared. Yay, thank you, thank you. Defeated them. And then, like, I have to say again, you guys, the music and sound design in this game really makes this game. Like, I was playing it with the sound off for a while, but as soon as I turned the sound on, it just made the overall experience so much better. And so what we're gonna do to finish this off, there are a lot of other things I didn't cover in this game. There are side stories, there's character stories, there's fate episodes, there's co-op missions, there's raid battles. There is a lot of stuff in this game that I'm definitely not gonna be able to cover all in this one video, but I do wanna finish at least doing a basic draw for you guys. I have like a free daily one, but I wanna show you kind of what it looks like, just so you guys can see what exactly what it kind of, what the style of the drawing system is in this game. So the crystal will turn to like a rainbow hue when you've got a really good character, like an SSR or higher. There you go. I got a normal Hora. Now usually depending on the item or the weapon that you summon, if there's a hero attached to it, you will also acquire that hero, which is kind of cool. Like some games, I don't like it when the heroes and the weapons are combined into one, but this one kind of alleviates it where you're summoning just for the weapons. But if you get the rare weapon, you get a hero on top of it. So it's a little bit different than your usual kind of basic summon. So, well, there you go, guys. That is Granblue Fantasy. This is a game that I've added to my daily games that I play just for fun because I've been really enjoying it. If you guys like this video, if you guys want to see more videos for Granblue Fantasy, let me know down below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. All right, friends, I'll see you next time.